So you're visiting Ottawa, Ontario, and you only have time or the budget for one cruise. Do you pick the wide open views of the Ottawa River or the cozy charm of the Rideau Canal? Today we're putting them head to head in a this or that showdown so that you'll know exactly what you're going to expect and which one is worth it. Hey, welcome back to the Travel Review Crew. I'm excited to do this today because we're going to be doing two boat cruises today. One down the Ottawa River, which is going to be just down here at the bottom of the lock system, and the other is going to be down the famous Rideau Canal waterway. Before we get started on our cruises today, I did want to share a little note about how to get here. So I parked the car. You can Uber, rideshare, whatever you want to call it, down to this area. But essentially, I started making my way towards the Chateau Laurier. To find the gates to the locks, you're going to have to walk past the Chateau Laurier on Rideau Street. Pro tip, take a moment here to get your camera out and take some shots of the locks from this angle. It's fantastic. All right, now you've got those amazing photos. On your right, just past this bridge, you're going to see these iron gates. You're going to want to take these gates and the staircase all the way down to the lock system. So this location is technically called the Ottawa Lock Station, and it's located from the start of the canal, which is at the very top, all the way down to the river. It's a flight of 8 locks dropping about 24 meters or 79 feet from the canal down to the river. This is a great place for a sunny day to take amazing pictures, especially with that Chateau Laurier towering just above. So just a little background on the locks themselves. They are a chain of lakes, rivers, and locks that wind about 202 kilometers or 121 miles through the eastern part of the province until it reaches Kingston, Ontario, on the shores of Lake Ontario. It was built between 1826 and 1832 under the direction of Colonel By, 1832, of the Royal Engineers, and the waterway was intended to be a safe route or safe passage for the movement of military supplies in the cases of hostilities between Great Britain and the United States. Ghost or no ghost, we gotta get on with our day. It's Canada's most active lock flight. Both before and after COVID, over 60,000 boat passages pass through these 8 locks right here in the heart of Ottawa. Overall, the Rideau Canal handles something along the lines of 90,000 boats a year. When I read that, that just blew my mind. So it's pretty easy to get down to the Ottawa River location. You just have to find the Chateau Laurier, hang a right through the metal gates, which I'm going to show you in the video, and take the stairs all the way down. It's a little bit tricky if you have any kind of physical impairments because the stairs are actually quite deep and a little bit of a struggle if you have knee issues. But for the most part, it's pretty easy to get down here. And then you go all the way down to the bottom of the locks, which is right there. And the Ottawa River dock is right here. So that's where we're going so that we can hop on the boat. So in the summer, this is a very popular spot for boaters who like to come from the Great Lakes all the way from Kingston, taking the lock system down the canal, which we're going to be touring later, and then coming down into the lock system here and then stepping through the locks through a course of rising and lowering waters. And then you come down to the end of the lock system here and end up in the Ottawa River, which connects to the St. Lawrence and eventually the ocean. What's really interesting, and it's something that people don't realize, is that these cranks are still very much the original cranks from when the canals were first opened. And they're still used manually today to open up the lock doors. Each side has its own crank, and you have 2 Parks Canada staffers now, but they will come in and they will actually crank these big sides open here to level out the waters. But these are original, no electronics used. This is all manual labor. And here's the Ottawa River. On the other side is Hull, Quebec. We're actually going to be going to this museum in the next few weeks. I'm going to be doing a tour of that. It's the Museum of History, I believe, is what it's called now. It used to be called the Museum of Civilization. Names change every so often, but I believe it's the Museum of History. We're going to be doing a full tour of this, so make sure you subscribe because we're going to be going through the details of that and whether it's worth your money when you're coming here to visit Ottawa. Once you get to the bottom of the locks, it's pretty obvious where to go for your boat tours, and you make your way down all the way down to the dock. Once you get to the bottom of this, you're going to notice that little ladder area where the boat actually loads. If you have premium, you're going to want to go to the left as I'm doing here. Otherwise, you would want to go right on the right side of that ladder. There's a lot of museums in this downtown core area. We did a video just recently on the National Arts Museum, which is the National Gallery rather, which is right there. You can go into the Ottawa playlist, which I'll link in the description so you can take a look at it and see the full review of that particular National Museum. There are other ways to be a tourist in Ottawa that includes bus tours, and bus tours includes this amphibus. Let me know if this is something you think I should do a review on. I was thinking about doing reviews on buses, including this amphibus. What do you think? Put a comment in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. All right, time to start talking about some logistics in terms of pricing and what to expect in terms of timeframes. The Ottawa River Cruise starts at $45 for a regular fare, and the premium is an additional $10. The Canal Cruise starts at $48, but also has a roughly additional $10 for that premium level. The best deal here, if you're going to be in Ottawa and you have the time and the money, is to pay $70, which is what I paid. I paid $71 actually for both of these tours, and that was with premium level tickets. But stick around to find out which one I think is really worth the money if you only have time for one. These tickets are non-refundable and non-reschedulable, so don't book them unless you absolutely know that you can make time for them. And here's another pro tip for you. Make sure that you book early. If you know that you want to go on either the river cruise, but most especially that canal cruise, which is very popular, especially in the afternoons, make sure that you book those tickets because you may find yourself visiting Ottawa and not actually getting a seat on one of these sailings. And be sure to cross-reference your visit with potential bonus sailings. So for example, in the spring, you can hop on the Tulip Festival Canal Cruise, which is a 45-minute ride for about $45, surrounded by Ottawa's famous blooms. And if you're here in the summer, don't miss the fireworks cruise, because apparently for about $60, you can go on a 2-hour evening on the water, complete with music, lights, and the best views of the city. The Ottawa River Tour has run on the iconic Paladis since 1936. You are welcomed by a professional crew of the captain as well as the guides who provide all the information for the day. This is the Alexander Bridge. It's been in Ottawa for over 120 years and was originally built for trains, horse and wagons, and electric streetcars. It now is mainly used by pedestrians, cyclists, and motorists. This bridge has reached the end of its service life and is due for replacement. As historic as she is, she's going to be completely replaced by a brand new design starting in 2028. And while Parliament Hill is currently under construction and has a lot of scrim around it, making the pictures a little harder, being on the water means that you get closer to these national historic buildings, like the Supreme Court of Canada, for example, here. Some of these vantage points are only possible when you take the river cruise. For example, you get to see Canada's oldest continuous rowing club. It was established in 1867, the same year as our country, and its first president was Sir John A. Macdonald. The highlight of the river cruise is the Rideau Falls. These are actually two sets of falls that are about 36 feet high or 11 meters high, and they're divided by an island called Green Island. In the 1800s, these falls powered local industry, but today they're just enjoyed by tourists and locals alike. That looks like fun. You also get to see the Prime Minister's home, which is on 24 Sussex Drive from the waterfront. And although this place currently sits vacant due to a number of structural renovations that are needed, it's still really cool to see this historic piece of property. So here's a view of the upstairs deck, and I'm going to take you down below to the downstairs deck, where you can see more comfortable seating. They have a bar that offers snacks and a few drinks. And yes, some of those drinks are alcoholic in nature. Here's the menu. And I'm going to say that both cruises on this day have exactly the same menu and the same amenities. After about 60 minutes on the water, we started to head back to port. If you're looking for the absolute best angle of the Rideau Canal locks, it's from the boat itself as you approach from the Ottawa River. So be sure to be at the top deck and have your camera ready as the boat lines up, because once you pass, that perfect angle will be gone. And just like that, the cruise comes to an end. Here are some thoughts. Okay, some early thoughts on that particular experience. So I enjoyed that experience very much. It's a beautiful day. It's about 24 degrees out here today, sunny. The breezes are super cool. It was really nice to get on the water today. Now I paid premium, so $57 to board that ship today so that I could have premium access, meaning being first to be boarded on the ship. So if being in the front of the boat or being at the top of the boat is important to you, then paying that extra $10 may be worth it to you. Now that cruise is nice if you want to get on the water and get some really nice shots of Parliament Hill. Unfortunately, Parliament is under a lot of construction, so there's a lot of scrim around it. But if you want to get a really nice water shot, that cruise is the best way to do it. You want to get great shots of the museums and of the Prime Minister's home, for example, that cruise is great for that. Do I think that cruise is a little on the overpriced side? Well, I'm local, so I know all the facts and things that you learn on that ship. But, you know, if you're not local, you might learn some good things and you might find it interesting. So if you just want to get out on the water, enjoy a beautiful sunny summer day in Ottawa, it's a good cruise. It's quite the steep incline here. I'm getting winded. Halfway up the locks is the Bytown Museum. This is Ottawa's oldest stone building, and it was built in 1827 to support the Rideau Canal project. It's named after Lieutenant Colonel John By, the British engineer who oversaw the construction of the Rideau Canal. So for those who don't know, Ottawa was in fact Bytown before it became Ottawa, named after Colonel By. The Rideau Canal is a UNESCO World Heritage Site today, but it came at a huge human cost. An estimated 500 to 1,000 lives of the 4,000 who worked on the canal died as a result of the work there. This museum is packed with artifacts so that you can learn about the canal building and as well as the establishment of Ottawa, but apparently there may be a few lingering spirits here. We're now going into the vault. Ooh, spooky. It was $9 to come into the Bytown Museum. And apparently, this location is haunted. When you go on the ghost tour, you're told about the ghosts of Colonel By. This is cool. So if you ever want us to do a ghost tour, just put a comment down in the links below, and maybe we'll try to do that. We'll try to do a ghost tour for you. But this place is notoriously one of the most haunted locations in Ottawa. Fun fact. Anybody in here? Well, this is pretty cool. And there's the old staircase that goes all the way upstairs. And you can see there's somebody at the top of the stairs. Okay, let's head up and see what's up here. I'll go into a deeper dive of this museum and whether it's worth paying $9 to visit it, but inside this museum, you're basically going to learn about Ottawa's stories, the days of the canal construction, the lumber boom, and how it became the capital of Canada. And like any good museum, there's always a gift shop, and this one has one too. I just want to take a minute to talk about Farmboy. Now, this is a location found in the Rideau Centre of the downtown core, right at Rideau Centre and Colonel By. So if you're staying at the West End or the Chateau Laurier and you want to grab some food for your room, this is a great place for that. But also, if you're doing touristy stuff and you just want to grab a bite really quick, this is a great place to come. They have warm selections at lunch and at dinner time. They have great sandwiches, pastries. They also have fantastic sourdough bread. So great spot for a quick grab and go. All right, time to make our way to the canal for our canal cruise. That is the National Arts Centre across the way there. Seen a few shows in there. And we're gonna head down that tour soon. And our tour boat is right there. This is a great time to tell you that this is the wrong side to load these boats. It's at 1 Elgin, not on Colonel By. We have to go on the other side for loading. So we're gonna take the stairs and cross and head over there. This is why you show up early to these things, just in case. So yeah, even as a local, you can make a mistake as to where to go. So this is why you should always go a little earlier when you're trying to go on these kinds of excursions to make sure that you're at the right spot. All right, we made it to the other side. Now we're gonna go down those stairs. Ooh, we got some nice Adirondack chairs here. Nice. Now, it's a good idea to wear your sunscreen. I have mine with me. I should probably put it on because it's really hot out today. It's going up to like 26, 27, what is that, 80 degrees, 85 degrees? It's going to be hot. So, pro tip number 1 is do these things in the morning. So here's a fun fact. This cruise takes place aboard North America's largest 100% electric passenger vessel. Canal boats have been 100% electric since 2016. This one's staring me down. Hey, buddy. You looking for treats? We don't have treats. No, I don't have treats. Good to go? Awesome. Thanks. You know what? I'll go on this one here. This is a good place to remind you that if you have premium seating, this is your opportunity to sit where you want. I chose the middle of the boat, though I kind of regretted it as I went through the cruise because I would have preferred to have been in the front to get those front views. So if that's important to you, just be sure to pick the place that you think you would be most happiest with. But let me tell you, there is really no bad seat in the house because every seat has gorgeous views along the canal. So just a few facts here about the canal. It's the oldest continuously operated canal in North America, and it was finished in 1832. It's been in operation ever since. The canal stretches a total of 202 kilometers or 126 miles long from Ottawa to Kingston, has a total of 47 locks at 24 lock stations, and it's still operated by those hand-cranked winches as we talked about earlier in the video. And if you ever come here in the winter, from downtown Ottawa all the way to Dow's Lake, which is the length of this cruise, is completely turned into the world's largest skating rink. As we pass the $1 million condo units here, just note that while you're going along the canal, you pass under several bridges. Many of them are heritage bridges. They've been around for a very long time. Some heritage homes, natural scenery. It's actually really nice. It's a really relaxed ride. And with that, here comes a pro tip for you. If you're booking these cruises, my suggestion to you is to book the canal cruise in the morning and do the river cruise in the afternoon. And here's why. The first is that it can get really hot during the summer in Ottawa, and the afternoons can be somewhat intolerable. The river offers more breezes versus the canal, which is more sheltered, so you'll be more comfortable on a river cruise in the afternoon. The second reason is that alcohol is served on both of these cruises, and unfortunately what that means is by the time you do the afternoon cruises, some people have had a few more than just one drink in their system, and it can make for a little bit of a rowdier, louder experience, and you might not hear all the fun facts that the guide has for you during the ride. Like the fun fact that the Canal Ritz, which is a famous restaurant on the canal, once hosted a luncheon between Prime Minister Jean Chrétien and President Bill Clinton. If you ever get to walk alongside the canal, be sure to enjoy these Adirondack chairs that the National Capital Commission have put out. They look amazing and it allows you to really take in the sights. And my favorite viewpoint of this entire canal is when you round the bend here, and if you're on the water, you can take these amazing shots of the canal with the bridges and the shuttle lorry in the background. Simply stunning. Well, there you have it. There's a taste of the canal cruise for you. This cruise is very popular. As you're going to see here, the crowds will line up for it. So book early, take the morning one, and consider premium if you want to make sure you're on the boat first. All right, so if you want to get tickets on this cruise line, you can go to this QR code here. So you can check out the QR code for pricing for yourself. So after a full day in the downtown core, here are some final thoughts on the Ottawa boat cruises. Both the river and canal cost about the same. They both offer premium boarding options and both give you the basics you'd expect: some snacks, some drinks, and some washrooms on board. Each one is guided by professional staff who share stories and tidbits along the way, so either choice is scenic and informative. For me personally, I lean towards the canal cruise. The pace is slower, the atmosphere is more relaxed, and it feels like you're learning a little more as you go. That said, there are a few things to consider when planning your trip. Ottawa can get hot and humid in the summer, so the river cruise is more open, which means that there's breezes and a bit more comfort if you're cruising in the afternoon. The canal is much more sheltered, perfect for mornings when it's cooler and less busy, especially on the weekdays. Keep in mind that the canal is popular and it does book up quickly, so buying tickets early or considering the premium option may just be worth it. Accessibility is another factor. Both docks can be tricky if you have mobility challenges, especially if your challenges are with stairs or steep inclines. The canal may be a little easier, but I'd recommend calling ahead to make sure that your needs can be met. Now, if capturing big landmark shots like the Parliament Hill or the Prime Minister's residence or even the Rideau Falls is a priority for you, then the river cruise is your best option. If you'd rather just enjoy a relaxed glide through a UNESCO World Heritage Site with plenty of history sprinkled in, then the canal cruise will likely be your favorite. My overall suggestion, if you've got the time and the budget, do both. Start with the canal cruise in the morning and then enjoy the river cruise in the afternoon for those breezes and big city views. I mean, the company already offers reduced rates if you book them together. If you can only do one though, I say go for the canal cruise. It's the most relaxing, feels like the most value for your money, and gives you a very unique perspective on Ottawa's history. Thanks for joining us on the Rideau Canal and Ottawa River Cruises. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Travel Review Crew, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. And let us know in the comments, which cruise would you pick, the canal or the river? I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for being here. See you on the next adventure.